Good morning. Today I want to talk about some things that happened yesterday. I wasn't able to get much sleep. Um, that's every night though. Um, I'm always waking up through the night with this stuff coming up from the floor and all the light. We surrounded by like we on a spotlight. You know, you got the cars, you got the street lights, and this stuff just comes in this house. Comes in through the curtain, through the windows, coming up through the floor. That will come up through the floor, have a heat to it. It um, directed to my private area and to my back. That goes up to my head brain, and I can, I just don't want to get like my sister. And it took her years to get to this place. We didn't know what was happening to her. It's been, I know, over 20 years, way more than 20 years that this first started. When we first started noticing things about her, she just kept repeating herself. She'll tell you something, she'll say it. Tell her how many times she'll say the exact same thing. So she'll be forgetting that she's already told you. But then she'll just keep saying it. And this was in Lumberton. And I was being attacked in Lumberton too. But like I said, I thought I was having medical problems. And I thought actually it started back in the 80s when I started hearing the voices and been attacking my heart and in my stomach. Started having female problems, you know, having they weren't really surgeries but procedures. And I've had procedures done up to 2013. I think that was the last procedure that I had when I began to notice something going on inside, something it was a spinning or shaking. I don't know which one it was doing, but I could feel something in my body. And I had a hearing test, free hearing test, and wasn't nobody there but me and the doctor. And I felt that was strange. And it wasn't until I moved here that I began to hear the sounds in my head. And this is military. This town here is not military, but the town that we moved to was military. But it's the same people, pretty much, because it's not that far apart. But my sister used to, where my apartment is, she lived there for 2 years before I got it. After we moved her out, because they were saying we had to get her, because we was taking her to court, trying to get her away from the people that was keeping her drunk. They would buy liquor, the gallon size liquor, and red liquor. She didn't buy the red liquor, so we knew somebody else was buying that. She was drinking it, or be just drunk. But she was sick, and these people knew she was sick. And when her son died, she came into money, and her ex-husband he wanted his part, but See, her son didn't leave it to him. He knew his mama was sick before he left. He left it all to her. Military gave it to her. And so they went just, because I lived in a different town from her. And she wouldn't listen to us. You know, she always been mean to me. But I always tried to be there for her. And, be a sister. But it's hard to be a sister to somebody that don't like you. But I would come over, get someone to bring me up to her house because I don't drive. And check on her because I knew my son was murdered before her son died. And I know when your child die, it's like part of you die too. That's how I felt. I felt like part of me died. And I still haven't recovered. This was in 2007. Because I haven't seen any justice. And I know what happened. And the cops, the same cop I think, blackballed me. The judge, the DA, CIA, and the chief of police all lied and covered up my son there. He was murdered. They tried to say he had a gun. My son did not have a gun. You could tell by the shells that they all came from the same gun. They just didn't care. And I feel like they don't care about black people. And, it's really, really bothering me. Because I feel like this is a way, this gang stalking and this other stuff that's going on is a way to get rid of us. Without anybody really questioning what's going on. Because people just sitting back, ain't saying nothing. Ain't no preachers talking about it. Ain't nobody talking about it. Martin Luther King gone. Malcolm X gone. We have nobody. Because these other jokers that's here ain't hitting on squat. The only time they get involved in something when they can get on TV. That's all they care about. Because I contact those offices for my son. I got no help. And I just feel like they're killing us off. And people just sitting back, trying to ignore, really acting like they don't see nothing. Just ignoring what's going on. Just like I've said on another article, video, they're like 60 something thousand black women, mostly black women, are missing. How can this many black women be missing and nobody's talking about it? Just like all those children went missing. You didn't hear nothing talked about. All at one time. Our black men is being murdered and missing their organs. Because I really believe with all my heart that my son's organs was taken. But they sealed his body so I didn't get a chance to see him until he was in his casket. The day of his wake is when I saw my son. They wouldn't allow me to see him. Not even at the hospital. And the chief of police sent me to the hospital to see my son. He's just like the devil. That man is the pure incarnated devil. But my sister used to tell me that she could hear wind in her head and she was seeing people coming in through her walls. And this was military doing this to her. Because they must have forgot she had moved out and I moved in. And I woke up, there's a man standing there looking at me. And I said, like that, he just popped away. Because they thought they were going to scare me the way they scared her. Because I went in warfare mode. I thought it was a demon. I won't afraid. I won't afraid. But military did a lot of damage to my system because they were sending uh these projecting like, it will go right through your walls. This stuff go right through the walls, and then they would be over there like a band making all type of sounds, And I spent the night with her, and they would all night. They just played music all night. This was military. All those people that was in the house was military. Every one of them. Then they'll let their dog poop in her yard. Or just these people just mean. It don't make no sense when you allow someone else to give you orders that you know is wrong. I don't care if you are in the military. If somebody, your soul salvation should mean more than you being in the military. But they don't. It don't to them. It don't to them. So yesterday, um, that little house that's in the back of the house that's beside us that's burnt on the inside. There's a little house in the back of it that I was saying. There was a guy staying over there in that little house. And I do believe he was doing something under the house because the door to the going up under the house, the crawl space, it would be off. It would be open. And he would be over there like 4 o'clock in the morning raking the yard with some kind of light. And I built one of them handheld lights that they use that goes into your walls and through your windows and attack you. And so I was checking on my sister, and I kept seeing a light going past her window. So I looked out the window. He out there 4 o'clock, something after 4, raking the yard. I said, "What is he out there doing?" But he had that light on his whisk, and he done that maybe 2 or 3 times. I see him out there burning trash, but he had already raked the yard, but he was still out there doing it, burning stuff. Now one day I see him out there burning sage over the stuff that he had burnt. But one day I was in prayer, and I just saw this hole in the ground, and I saw the shovel laying beside the hole. I was trying to figure out what that meant. At first I thought it was, am I getting ready to die in the grave? But then I went outside, and I saw a shovel uh, sitting outside that little house, and it came to me. And then the door on the crawl space was off. And I was saying, is he digging up under that house over here? Because there's more than one system connected to this house. Because I cut our system off and there was still something running. I cut the whole system completely off, but there was still something running, and had a cool breeze coming through the floor where there's no vents. That's what I'm saying. There's no vents where this stuff is coming up through the floor. And this didn't have heat to it. This was cool, but it was coming attacking inside of my head. Sometimes I feel like stuff is trying to go in this. That's why I keep something in this ear right here. Put alcohol on it and stick it in my ear. Because I can feel something trying to go in this ear. And this is the side of my head that I hear that sound coming out from my head. And it was when I cut the system back on, I could feel the heat coming. So that cool breeze is not coming from our system unless they got another system up under the house, because the air conditioning system, the heating system is all one. It's It's on the side of the house. And I don't know what this could be that could come up through the floor of the house, but it's through the whole house. Through the whole entire house. No matter where I am in the house, my feet just start burning. And I don't know what that is, because I could prop my feet up and my feet will still be burning. I mean burning. I have to get ice and put my foot down on ice to stop it. And yesterday, they moved that house. So anything that go on my videos, when I see something new happening, I videos it. So this is how they were moving their house yesterday. They got a truck, a moving truck. Right here, a man and a woman. See, they got that part. They're moving down the lift of the house. They made a pure mess on that side of the house, dragging the house, because they couldn't get it all the way up. I don't even know how they moved it all the way down the street. But they did. Mm-hmm. That's the guy right there. It's a man and a woman. I videos everything because I feel like something else is going to happen. They took part of the fence down. That's why I be videoing, because I feel like it's something else getting ready to happen. So they talking about putting down a new water system. But I don't think it's going to be just a water system. I think it's going to be a weapon against this house, because when they put that down, those people did something down at the end of this street. There's only two houses past this house. One on that side of the street, one on this side. So there's only one house past this house on this side of the street, and there's one over there. And then you got a dead end, and then you could make a right turn. 'Cause I see people going down this past that on the right hand side. But I've never been back there, so I don't know what's back there. And this is the towing truck. But that guy that was over there, he was staying in that little house. But he moved out. I saw him leave one day with a basket of clothes, and I haven't seen him back over there since then. No, not meaning that he haven't been back over there. I just haven't seen him. And yesterday, like I was saying, that at the other house, they were sending a fake sun. Now look at all these houses out here. It's a whole neighborhood. Why the sun always have to come right there smack in our yard? It's a ray down in our yard. None of the other houses, just this house. Same thing happened at the other house. Same thing. The ray come down in like it's down going down in the ground. That's the exact same thing that was going on at the other house. And they were doing all kind of stuff. It'd be shaped like an eye. All sorts of stuff. And I still got those videos. I'm gonna start posting some of the older videos. Cause I posted under my other name and they shut me down. I think they're gonna try to shut me down again. That's why I got to be careful. Cause see, once I start talking, I get emotional. I just start telling the truth. They don't want you to tell the truth what's going on. They're trying to keep it hid. And I'll just say the word. I'll just say the word. This is not the real sun. This is some type of program of energy. This is an energy of that other house. I've been looking for that video. I may not have it on that uh external hard drive. It may be on my other computer, and they won't come on. They just tore up my computer. And this a thing they do. They want you to um, spend a lot of money buying stuff, trying to protect yourself. Trying to break you so you don't have no money. And I was having people telling me to get this and get that, get this and get that. Nothing worked. Not nothing. Um, we don't have the money to protect ourselves from these people. It'll take a lot of money to try to protect yourself. Because they got some type of black paint. But it's $300 a can. And how many cans will you need? I can't afford it. Mm. And not especially not know if it worked. Because if you paint your walls, if we paint walls in this house right here, that ain't gonna stop nothing because it's coming from under the house. There's a system under this house. There's something under this house because it hits the floor. I used to. I'm thinking that there's something up under the ground, and they got pipes that runs up. Like this, is what I'm thinking, and I may be wrong because I don't know everything. You got some people they talk like they know everything, and I think they just be guessing because some of the stuff they say it ain't right. Um, I was listening to this. I ain't trying to say she's not a gang stalker. I mean, not a TI. I don't know, but one of the things she was saying is like she talking about me. So you can't go by people's eyes because you see my eyes. I look like I'm tired all the time. And this is what she was saying, that you look tired all the time. I look tired. I'm 63 years old. These people never stop attacking me. And they dehydrating me. My skin is just beginning to sag. My skin don't even feel like my skin. My skin was firm. Even at the age I am now, I had firm skin. But it ain't firm now. And some of the things that she was saying, um, I don't like just saying anything about people because I don't know. I really don't know. I know the people who have come here to do work, and when they be acting pretty good at first, but then they'll start acting weird and looking at you like they don't like you, like they really want to do something to you. That's how they look at me. I don't know how they look at other people, and I just feel an uncomfortable feeling. Like they angry or something. That's what I feel like. They are angry, and I can feel that anger, and I can see it in their eyes, the way they look at me. Because they could be looking when they first come. They be looking all right. Some of them do. Some of them when I open the door, they be looking, you know, um, like they know what's going on. Because they do. Because they text them and let them know. I don't know what I'll be on that text, but it's something that to make the people mad. I think they do something to the. I really do. I think they, once they, at first, they're going to talk to them and have them come to a meeting or something. And I think while they're in that meeting, something be going on that the people don't know what's going on. I really do think they put these people on the mind control. And not just at the meeting. I think there's something going on at nighttime while we sleeping. I really do believe that because I know they used to attack me at nighttime. I actually would be shooting in the house from the ceiling. And I actually had to sleep in the bathtub with a mirror on top of me. And I stayed there for quite a while. And then they stopped. Once they stopped shooting me, when they knocked that fence down. And he built it up and the stuff started coming up through the floor. So there's nowhere I can hide in the house. Not this house, but the house we came from. Nowhere I could hide in the house because they had the whole yard with this energy coming up from the floor. I mean, from the underground system. He connected it. I got it on video, but it's on the other computer. I don't know if I put it on something else. I don't know. But what I need to find somebody that can take it off my hard drive and put it on something else. Even someone that have a software that can take deleted videos off the hard drive, because it's probably still the deleted stuff. Whoever deleted this stuff off of my system, it's probably still there somewhere that can be picked up. I know there's a system named Ghost. Years ago, before I even knew I would be in GameStop, this guy used to come see me from uh, either New York or New Jersey, and he was he did with music. What you call them? Whatever the name of them are. He did with music, and he had software that could take deleted um, information and put it on. He could take it and pull it up off the hard drive. I think he said it was called Ghost. This has been years ago, a long time ago. But I don't know what they're up to, but I don't think it's good. I really don't. I want to think that maybe they just want to buy this little house. But how do they know about this little house? How do they know about this little house? They from over this towing company is from over there where we just moved from. He the same man that the guy that was standing in front of us that was attacking us with the two black cars. They stayed directly in front of us. He the one that came and picked up the two black cars. So he knew what's going on because I was videoing them and somebody texted a dude that stayed in front of us, not the older man, but there was a younger guy over there. So I was videoing what they were doing because he was attacking us with those cars. And somebody texted him and evidently told him I was videoing them because when he finished looking at his phone, he looked directly at the window I was standing at. But I said, yeah, I'm videoing you. And just cause y'all look, let's cause they looking at me, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna have my evidence that these people is doing stuff. Who all is involved in our gang stalking? My sister, she just going down, and they doing this to her because if they doing it to me, they doing it to her. Cause they was attacking her with the weapons. Well, I can't say that. I think she was activated before I was. I don't know. I can't say that because I was feeling all that pain and stuff that they were doing. I'm thinking I'm having medical problems. So They was messing with her brain because I don't know. I can't say. Like I said, I don't know everything. Just like I don't know what's coming. My feet is burning right now sitting here. It's not burning as bad as it do burn, but I can feel a burning. And they'll attack me here too. This been going on for years. Them attacking my brain here, my forehead, and this prophet came. He come from out of Florida, and he used to come to this church I used to visit, and he looked at me and told me somebody got on your nerves so much until it's damaged your veins, whatever. Yeah, he said my vein had been damaged right here, and he said he could see the damage, but this is an attack, and I always hurt right here. Always, this been going on for many, many, many years. I mean, a real long time. I would get pain right here. So these people been attacking me for a long time. And now they want to burn my feet real bad. Since I see, see, they hear when they know my conversations. Or sometimes they ask on, they even know my thoughts. Because sometimes I could just think that I'm not in pain or something. They'll put me in pain. They'll put me in pain. Just me thinking it. And they always putting lust thoughts in my mind. I'm not lusting for nobody or for nothing. It'd be some of the craziest, something I'm not even attracted to. Or, it's just disgusting, the stuff that they do. Because they just filthy, perverted devils. I hate them. I really do. And I'm really trying to guard my heart and, walk in love. But it's hard to when and I be saying, Jesus went through a lot. He really suffered a lot. And Stephen, what they did to Stephen, but they did it in one day. This is being done to me 24 hours a day, every day. Every day I'm in pain. And, and I can't say that what I'm going through is worse than what Jesus, in no way what I'm going through is worse than what Jesus went through. Because they beat Jesus till they say he didn't even look human no more. And then made him carry his cross. And then he took the sins of the world upon himself. So there's nothing that I'm going through compared to what Jesus went through. For us, and for those devils too, he took upon himself the sins of the world, that every man who will repent and ask for forgiveness can receive it. Even those devils that's attacking us and not showing us any type of mercy. Even them. But when you're going through it 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, that somebody is attacking you. And you don't know how many people who's attacking you. Because that's why I quit just going out. Because, the neighborhood people is attacking you. But if you start going out, going to the grocery store, all those people that's around you, following you, and getting access to you. So I don't want all these people having access to me. I'm in enough pain as it is. So the people in the last neighborhood that we was in, they probably still attacking us because they got the information. And the time before that, and where my house is at, for the last 6 or 7 years, my sister has moved. We had to move my sister 3 times. 3 times. It's the third house that we moved her in. The last house, they claimed that they were going to sell the house. But I think it was a lie. Just to move us to the next stage. Because this house was already set up. Already set up. And I think that guy over there was setting it up under the ground. That's why they sealed it so that we can't know what all they doing. But I really do believe they have pipes coming out from the electrical system that's under the ground. So there's an electrical system up under the ground. Because, and it's always where I sit at. Because at the other house, I could feel something hit just right where I was sitting at. And then my feet would start burning. But I'm in my bedroom now. I don't even sleep in here, but my feet burning when I come in here. There always be some kind of signal coming in here. I'm hearing that bullhorn right now. And I forgot to cut that thing off in the other room. I hope you can't hear it. I bet you can. Hear that sound that I sleep with it on some. But it still get to my head. I wake up still hearing that sizzling sound. But they trying to destroy my brain. And these people that got these people doing this, I don't know if they receiving our frequency or what. Because I did hear something about the Queen one time. That these people are not of us, they're of the giants. I don't know how true that is, so I don't want to do too much talking on it, but they were saying that they need our frequency to continue looking human. But I believe this now, because this is something I saw. I was at my house. For some reason, when I go to my house, I go into visions and stuff. I don't know what it is about my house. I go in open visions. I go into half sleep and half woke, and I be seeing stuff. My daughter is saying the same thing when she be at my house. Same thing happening with her. But I would get revelations. I actually will see things, and it come to pass. I will see snakes, and the snakes will be doing stuff, but it will come to pass. Somebody coming against me. I remember I saw one strike at me, and somebody struck it. Then I saw one where I was face to face with a snake, and the girl that was hooked onto me came over to my house, and we were face to face. But she was trying to say that they wasn't the one going up in my ceiling, and I told her that her boyfriend was the one up in my ceiling, crawling around the whole entire ceiling. Him and his friends, and he was trying to break into my closet through the crawl space. But she was saying that it was, he was a grown man. I said, and he's up in my ceiling, I can't remember what all we said to each other. She got off my porch. Because I wasn't going back down. Because I knew what I hear. I hear them talking. I hear them crawling around. I hear him say he was going to pay somebody to rough me up. I'm trying to see that a dog or a cat out there. But he was going to pay some. And he had the guy to come over to rough me up too. And I let them know I'm not afraid of y'all. I went right on outside. and went to my mailbox. He was talking about, I'm not going to bother her right now. And then she said, yeah, right now. I'm not scared of y'all people. I am not afraid of y'all people. My time and came back. I went out there, got my mail, and I come back, went back in the house. But there's just so much stuff going on. So much stuff going on. You know, I just feel like talking yesterday. I do want to do the go in Genesis and talk about some stuff and some other stuff I want to talk about. But I do have a hard time getting things focused because they just, I don't know if it's inside of my body, the way they can just put me to sleep, or this stuff they sending in here. Because at the other house, I would hear tap. Before I would fall asleep, I would hear with a tap where they were shooting stuff, hitting the house, and whatever it was going through the wall and make me sleepy. And sometimes I would get this smell. It was a weird smell, but it was a light smell, but I would go to sleep. I feel like I'm still being drugged, and it's coming through the heat or whatever this is that they sending in here through the floor. Right now, I know my feet was burning, but now it's feeling cold, real cold. It's a weird feeling they got on my feet. It don't feel burning, but it feel like a coldness that's hurt. It's a coldness that hurt. And I don't know why they doing all this to me. And I just don't know. They just, everything that they can do to hurt us and cause us destruction. And the lies. They were saying that we sell some kind of drugs. Something I ain't never seen before in my life. Meth. I think that's what they were saying, that we do meth. Sell, make meth or something.